Good day! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sa mga bago pa lang sa YouTube channel ko, just hit subscribe and press all the notification bell for you to be updated on my future videos. This tutorial video is all about solving mean, variance, and standard deviation of random variables. So, let's go! Okay, so by the way, shout out pala yung mga students na nakakuha ng perfect score for quiz number 2, like Bonamelino, J. De Vera, Kimberly Riponte, and Shiny May Tabag. Keep up your good work, students. Okay, so we have here the mean, variance, and discrete random variables. When we talk about mean of a discrete random variable x, is described as the weighted average of the possible values that the random variables can be obtained. The mean of random variables or the mean of the random variable weights its results, which is x sub I, with respect to its probability p sub I. The other term of the mean is expected value and has a common symbol of this one, mu or mu. So remember that this symbol is the symbol of the population mean, mu or mu. This is the symbol of mean, which is read as mu or mu. Or another thing is the sigma notation. The sigma notation or means to sum up, or it is read as summation, and this is a symbol in the uppercase S in a Greek word. Okay, so the mean can be defined as mu sub x equals x sub 1 times p sub 1 plus x sub 2 times p sub 2 plus and until x sub n times p sub n. So how are we going to compute the mean of the random variable? So our formula here is mu sub x equals the summation of x sub I times p sub I. X sub I is our random variable and p sub I is our probability or the probability. For example number 1, this is now the situation. In Sunlun Basketball League, each player shot 2 free throws. The number of free throws made by each player is shown by the following probability distribution. This is the example of tabular in form. So what is the mean of the probability distribution? As you can observe on the tabular in form, we have first column the number of free throws, which is our x, and the corresponding probability, which is p of x. As you can observe, we have 0, 1, and 2, which is our random variable, the value of the random variable or the number of free throws x, and the corresponding probability p of x, we have 0, that is 0.15, and we have 1, that is 0.6, and 2, that is 0.25. So how are we going to get the mean of the random variable? So here is the solution. So as you can observe, we have column 1 and 2. For the first column, that is the number of free throws x, we have 0, 1, 2. And the second column, this is now the probability p of x with 0.15, 0.6, and 0.25. So how are we going to get the mean? Just use the formula in order for you to get the correct answer of the mean of this probability distribution. We have mu sub x equals summation of x sub I p sub I. So how are we going to expand this one? The second line, we have mu sub x equals x sub 1 times p sub 1 plus x sub 2 times p sub 2 plus x sub 3 plus p sub 3. Bakit hanggang 3? It's because there are 3 breakthroughs. So just substitute the value. Para madali yung pagkuha ng final answer, use your calculator and also the scientific calculator or even yung mga apps ninyo na cellphone to get the mean of this problem. So we have our x sub 1 is 0. Quantity, open parenthesis, that is asterisk, that is times. 0 times 0.15, our p sub 1 is 15. Then plus our x sub 2, that is 1. Okay, times the corresponding probability 0.6 plus the third x is 2 times 0.25. Then using your scientific calculator or your application in your cell phone, just press equal sign. We will come off 1.1. So the mean of the probability distribution is 1.1. Okay. So the next is the variance. The variance of our discrete random variable x measure the increase or the change of the distribution and can be determined by this following equation. As you can observe, the variance equation is itong q, parang q. No? That is sigma notation x sub 2 squared equals summation of the quantity x sub I minus mu sub x raised to times p sub I, where sigma notation sub x squared, that is our variance, and x sub I is our random variable, and mu sub x is our mean, and p sub I is our probability or our probability. Okay, so here we go. And also, the square root of the variance is called the standard deviation. So just square your final answer. So standard deviation, we have x, sigma notation sub x equals the square root of sigma notation squared. Where x, q sub, that sigma notation, sigma symbol, parang q, ito parang q sub x equals standard deviation, and our parang q x squared, that is variance. Okay, so let us solve the problem using the first situation. So as you can observe, the first column, we have the number of breakthroughs x, we have 0, 1, and 2. And the probability p of x, we have 0.15, 0.6, and 0.25. Remember that the mean of this problem is 1.1. So mayroon na tayong x sub I doon. So, okay, how are we going to get the variance? So the variance, we have the formula. So summation of x sub I minus mu sub x squared times p sub I. Just substitute. We have x sub I 0 minus our mu is 1.1 squared times our p sub I, that is 0.15, plus 1 minus 1.1 squared times 0.6 plus 2 minus 1.1 squared times 0.25. Again, using your scientific calculator, we will come up this final answer. Our variance is 0.39. and our standard deviation, just square root of the square root of 0.39, that is 0.62. Therefore, the variance and the standard deviation of the probability distribution are 0.39 and 0.62 respectively. Okay.